Hi, you guys. Remember this part on iPet Goat 2? So you have the sun and you have this guy right here, right? Which I think this might be Osiris. And I just put a link from Gina Marie's and I'll go quickly and show you real quick. But I want to show you because this come to my mind. You see him standing there. There's the ark. Interesting because if we look at this, it's an ark on the water, and if we look at shark is is symbolism for the teeth and stuff like that. I went through it on the video yesterday, but when we look up close on this boat right here, you can see on the edge of the boat it looks like teeth, but it's actually like a kind of like representing the DNA strand. And he's on water, right? So this part right here, interesting how the pyramids go down, but you can see this he kind of looks like a letter I, and then the sun. Now when we go over here to the end, the letter I and the sun. Now watch the top part. See how it just moves over? Now, this is Mr. MBB33's video. Okay, what I saw isn't possible, but it happened. He's showing different types of things. But on the section of 8 minutes and 30 seconds, somebody had taken a picture. I think it's in Minnesota. Let's see here.
Than any video of the sun taken from behind a windshield or a window, any type of glass, the reflection's always there. That was clearly not behind any glass. So somehow or another, Don managed to capture what appears to be dual suns from Missouri just a few days ago. And once again, this video
a few days ago. Now he just uploaded this today on the 2nd. So when we go back here and we look at the second sun, so you can see this, the big sun and then the other sun. Now I think this is the sun that's supposed to come, kind of like, maybe this is the sun that's supposed to come rushing into Earth and crashing into Earth. And maybe that's why the Earth is on fire at like so many thousands of degrees, because look how close this is to the sun, and if it can obviously handle it. So if that comes crashing into the Earth, well, then we can see why the Earth, this big heat wave, like in the movie The Knowing, come rushing across the Earth and burning everything up. Very interesting, but I want to show people that it's here, it's right there. And I just showed you a video on the Scooby-Doo Incorporated one, one of their last ones that they were doing. They were showing about the second sun arriving and how it's supposed to crash into Earth and break the Earth open. Now, remember on iPet Goat 2, what I was showing you here at the beginning of the classroom were the apple rolls right there. And it's around like this. It's kind of like, which I wonder if she is actually representing the moon since she's white. And I wonder if this eclipse coming up on October 14th has something to do with it. Because remember, when she rolls her apple, when the apple rolls, it splits. And when I looked at that, I'm like thinking, I wonder if it's saying that the Earth is going to split, and then this turns into a flower. So it must be like saying, when we look at our body, it must be like saying breaking open Snow White's casket and letting the soul go free. The soul blooms, right? It's no longer trapped. That's what I'm kind of like thinking, but then it's a purple one, so it's kind of like saying purple rain. But anyway, we can look at it however we want to look at it, and how it hits his boot right there, which his boot, I think, represents Boot's constellation, which is in the North Pole. But I think it could represent this boot. What was I thinking about? Oh, I forgot. Dang it. Okay, anyway, I'll put this up. I'll upload this, but I just wanted to put this in. And here's, okay, what we saw. It is Mr. MBB 333. See if you can get that clear. Let's read some of the comments. As a South African, thousands of dragonflies is unheard of. Seen several in one area, not even. Oh yeah, because in here he's got a video of someone with all these dragonflies everywhere, which I seen some the other day. But you can see there's like this swarm
full of dragonflies. Check that out. That is one impressive swarm. And she's moving the camera around in a 360-degree circle, and there are dragonflies in every segment of this video. So the sky...
Is that fascinating or what? Anyway, I wanted to make this short. Oh, let me go back here real quick, because I wanted to show you the Osiris from the other video that I did. Maybe we can see it from this angle right here. Do you see that face, that big face that's right there on my cheek? Because remember, Isis is our two eyes, right? So it's like this big staff that goes over. And then right here, I think this is Osiris. Isis is representing the goddess of the living, I do believe, of the living. So iron staff, IS, and then IS for the other eye. And then Osiris, which would be the mind's eye, because remember, it's her husband or her brother or her husband. She married him, so the eyes stick together. So these two eye and the third eye, which would be the compass, and which is quite interesting because didn't Isis travel around the world? Now, when I was figuring this out yesterday, trying to figure this out yesterday, I was looking, I seen a couple of images from Gina Marie Calvin, right here, Gina Marie Calvin, and she has a video, Isis and Osiris, that she put up 8 hours ago. Now, the thing about it is, I've been sitting here asking God, and I did that video this morning thinking, I wonder, it looks like an Egyptian god. Who could it be? But then when I seen her video pop up, and I'm just like, popped over here, and I'm just like, how interesting. Because when she started out this video, she goes, I woke up thinking of Isis. Now, we're all connected on the spiritual thing. And I think when I asked, who could this be? Who could this be? I think I was being directed to where perhaps, it's like we all have a piece of the puzzle. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, that's Gina Marie's channel. And how we all kind of like feed off each other. It's like I ask a question, next thing you know, on one of my subscription lists, somebody puts out something about it. Or when I'm on Facebook and I'm scrolling through the videos and I'm working on my notes here, and next thing you know, I'm questioning or thinking, what does that mean? And then next thing you know, a video will pop up giving me like information or directing me. And again, it's not uncommon because, the more I look and realize in this world that the more we ask for, the more we dig for understanding, like attracts like. So I'm constantly trying to learn and pull stuff to me, where others are not learning and they're pulling stuff away from them. So again, that's the difference about, the learning and the moving up into this reality. In following the signs and the markings that are happening on our body. Remember, I was telling you, this is like my hand, and remember my feet. in June were, totally, I don't know. When I look at iPet Go 2 at the end, right here where his feet are on fire, I wonder if this guy is representing me, because remember I told you the tops of my feet were all blistered, and that was like March, April, May, somewhere around in May before June come apart. Because this is how it happened in May. It's like the top of my feet were burnt, and at the end of May, June 1st, Lord Jesus' image was on my chest, and then the 16th of June. The thing about my hand that I just showed you, that marking on my hand, the 16th of June. So again, and then plus my visions and dreams. So when we look at this is like representing Egyptian. And when we go back to, if you watch that video about Gina Marie, you can see they're wearing clothes like this. So I think this is Osiris. Now Osiris holds the book of the dead, and then Isis holds the book of the living. So again, a living, because our two eyes are physically living and we're observing everything in this world. Our mind's eye is hidden. So Osiris is kind of like hidden. And remember, if we start at the root chakra and build our way up to the top of our head, remember what Isis had to do. She had to go all over the Nile to pick up his pieces and put him back together again. So, and remember, Lord Jesus is in the hollow between our center body as well. Again, so if you look at Lord Jesus is kind of like representing Osiris. And I say that because in these different cultures and different language, they have different figures, but a lot of times, just like God's name, God has many names. They call him Allah in Muslim. They call him God in Christianity, or Abba. And then Judaism, they call God, these other names and stuff, Father. So it's quite interesting if we look at it. Okay, I'm going to stop talking.